Hello, this is the MA Sports Podcast. I'm Michael.
Mo.
Arjun.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about the NFL playoff bracket. First, the game we're going to talk about is the Steelers versus Bills. And Arjun, what are your thoughts on this?
So the Steelers and Bills both had terrible starts to the year.
Well, he's a
Bills
Bills
started
fan, so
six
it
and
doesn't really
six.
fucking matter.
Bills started 6-6. Josh Allen did play his best ball, and then the Steelers. They've gone through quarterbacks. Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph now showing off. So, but I see the weather will affect this game as it's projected to be pretty cold in Buffalo. So I could see the Bills making it out of the wild card. How about you, Bo?
This is a type of game where the Steelers can steal a win, but I think I gotta go with the Bills.
And next game, let's go to the third seed Kansas City Chiefs and the sixth seed Miami Dolphins. So, Michael, what's your thoughts?
I've been thinking the Dolphins have been a Super Bowl team since day one, to be honest. But they've had some downs this year.
But some people are saying that the Dolphins can't beat a team like an actual
But
contending team.
I want Patrick Mahomes to lose, man. Like I hate him. I hate Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes. Like I don't like Taylor Swift. It's time for them to lose and to get a humbling. Well, what are your thoughts?
For this game, the Dolphins. If this is a cold game, another cold game, which will play to the Chiefs' favor. Dolphins, of course, from Miami. This I think this game the Chiefs are the favorite. They'll probably.
And also, I have something to say. Maybe Tua. This is a big game for Tua.
Yeah.
Like
He can
last year, he was in the playoffs. He got injured, couldn't play. Now this time, the Dolphins look like contenders for most of the season. You could say, but I think I'll take the Kansas City Chiefs out here.
There's a chance for Tua to secure himself as the top QB in the league.
Now let's go to Houston against Cleveland. Joe Flacco, Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper had like a big monster game. So I think, Browns might take it. Now let's go to the NFC side. So let's go to the number 2 seed Dallas Cowboys and the number 7 seed Green Bay Packers.
I think we can all agree here that this game's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are gonna beat the.
No love for
Packers.
Jordan Love?
Jordan Love's a really solid quarterback, but I think the Packers will go out in the first round. And they've had a really good series, but Aaron Jones is about to.
But
have a bad
Dallas
game.
did end the best way, as they did take losses to Buffalo and Miami.
The Packers' defense is not good. That's gonna be the difference.
They got Giant.
I feel like the final score will be
the Panthers.
it'll be a pretty high scoring game in the most part because I feel like the first half will be close, but the second half the Cowboys are gonna run away with it.
So now Matthew Stafford's return to Detroit.
Yeah.
The number 3 Lions against the number 6 LA Rams. And I think it's going to be an upset here. I'm taking the LA Rams. Puka Nacua.
I'm taking the LA Rams also. Yeah, Puka Nacua's been outstanding rookie of the year.
Yeah.
I think he deserves to get rookie of the year. It's really close between him and CJ Stroud, but Puka's a Pro Bowler, and he seems like it's been like he's been years in the league.
And I feel like the Lions don't have anything to stop him or Cooper Cup.
Sam Laporta will be out for this game, right?
Sam Laporta. Oh, that's a big one.
So I think the Rams will take this one.
But maybe you could. But how about Mo? What do you think?
I feel like this is going to be a high scoring down to the wire game, but it means both for both sides. Of course, Stafford returning, the Lions back to the playoffs,
and also Goff's revenge. We can put that there too.
Now we have the Eagles versus Bucks, and what are your thoughts, boys?
I think this would be like a game for the Eagles. This
game's gonna be the worst game in NFL history. I'm calling it.
This game,
just
the Eagles are just
Baker Mayfield is the really shitty quarterback. Speaking for the
Panthers fan,
it says how he's a system quarterback. And I know I'm going off Baker Mayfield, but I'm hoping that the Eagles win.
Also, this is a big game for the Eagles as Coach Nick Sirianni might get fired after today. They don't have A.J. Brown. Jalen Hurts is a little bit torn up after last game. So, Mo, how do you see this game?
The Bucks. They just have nothing on offense.
They do have Evans and Godwin. Don't forget about them.
You can have them, but you don't have a good quarterback to throw the ball. So.
Yeah.
And after just putting up 9 points against the Panthers, it was horrible.
Our next discussion here would be about the Panthers,
The rebuilding stage.
2-15 in the first year of Bryce Young.
I think it was completely on the coaches this year, and I say it was a really good move of hiring a GM, and of course Frank Reich's dumbass. And then, but at the end of the day, David Tepper has to take some blame for himself. This is complete bullshit.
I
What he's
believe
doing.
he's one of the worst.
Ever since he's taken over, we've lost many games. We've only won about 14 games. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, Arjun, tell us about like the rebuilding stage and how you're gonna rebuild.
You know, Bryce Young, like y'all have the second. The Panthers have the second round pick, a second round pick, a high one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, if it's not Bryce Young, maybe look at Oregon quarterback Bo Nix out there.
No, that's a horrible take. No.
What the fuck? Just don't fuck. All right, Monish, what's your fucking take? Cause like,
I
shut the
think
fuck up, Arjun.
we need either a receiver or O line. There's some good O linemen that could potentially fall.
Y'all should see if Olu Fashanu from Penn State could fall.
He could.
Or wide receiver. I'm fond of this guy, Texas wide receiver Donai Mitchell.
Yeah, he's a good candidate for. He'd be a good wide receiver one.
And also
create some space for Bryce Young to feed his receivers.
And now for head coach. This might be a surprising, but I think the Panthers should reunite with Ron Rivera.
No.
I somewhat agree with you because he had a really good season.
Like Ron Rivera brought y'all
a winning record, but
No.
my main opinion is that I think we should pick up Mike Vrabel, even though he might go to the Chargers or any of that. But we also have a chance to get Mike Vrabel because we have a really good running back where we can develop. Chuba Hubbard.
He's
underrated.
He's underrated, but
y'all should look at Blake
Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is injured most of the time. Miles Sanders could be a breakout player anytime he wants to, in my opinion. But if we draft a running back, they're going to be just on the practice squad, and they're not going to be a good player for their future.
And think about now the defense. Like Brian Burns, is his contract year next season? Is it time to load him out?
You either gotta resign.
I say we resign the slider.
We gotta try. If we trade him, I want a first round pick.
That's gonna be tough.
Of course, earlier in the season we've declined 2 first round picks for him.
I think it was 3.
I think it was 2, but
yeah,
we declined it for him, which I completely agree on that. That was a good move by Fitterer, but Fitterer is also a shitty GM.
Yeah,
he got y'all Hayden Hurst, Miles Sanders, who else? Von Bell.
It didn't work though. We were terrible.
That has to go down to the coaches,
In my opinion, for the coaches we should get, we gotta look at. We try to get Jim Harbaugh, of course. It's gonna be tough.
He's probably gonna go to Los Angeles.
He might just stay.
But if not, we could get Lions offensive coordinator
Ben Johnson.
Yeah,
that's gonna be tough.
The Texans offensive coordinator, Slowick, I think, and
you also look at.
Or we could bro Sergio on the Panthers. What's his name?
Evero,
yeah.
Yeah, he's Evero. He's not bad.
Also, both the Ravens coordinators.
But how about offensive?
Of course, we can bring back Steve Wilkes also.
I think that relationship's messed up.
And how about think about offensive coordinator? Y'all did fire it, right?
No, we have not.
I mean, y'all should be looking at one.
It's probably up to whoever we hire to bring in one.
Mm-hmm. And now let's talk about the roster in particular. Like Adam Thielen, he's expressed his wants for a ring.
Our tight end core has so much potential, and
I like Tommy Tremble.
We can
Tommy Tremble? No, I feel like
I love Tommy Tremble. He's a good guy, and he is so like every time he went in, like he's really dangerous in the red zone, in my opinion.
And one thing I like about him is he'll play his heart out. He'll give it all on the field.
But now, like, defense, y'all were rated like top 5 in defense.
We were top defense, yeah. The defense, Evero did an incredible job.
But what could happen? Maybe O line.
Yeah, it's got to be O line.
Icky
Aquana was horrible.
I say we rebuild the whole line.
Yeah.
And now, what's the future for Bryce Young after
this season? Icky has so much potential. He's just
Icky.
He's not. Yeah, Icky. He's not having in this season.
How about the future for Bryce Young?
He's got. I mean, it's not fair to judge.
Bryce Young, I feel like he's either going to be a Baker Mayfield or he's going to be just franchise quarterback, and he'll stay there forever.
I think, in my opinion, he'll be the
Phillip Rivers
franchise quarterback.
I think he'll be a franchise quarterback.
Franchise. Well,
it's unfair to judge him. Like, did you see that GJ Chark clip? That was horrible.
He probably has CT right now.
It was just.
Well, it wasn't. He had weapons. He didn't really have that much weapons.
Yeah.
He
had time.
He had. Yeah. Well,
It felt like the Panthers.
If he had enough time, we would be, I'd say, at least a little under 500.
It felt like the Panthers rookies were a letdown. Like Mingo didn't have a good season.
Mingo was horrible in the first half. He got a little better as the season went on.
Who else?
We got DJ Johnson. Traded up for him, but he was trash.
Yeah, 23-year-old.
Well, yeah, the Panthers rebuild.
It's gonna be a tough.
They could be.
Think about who's in free agency. Like one of the top names is Derrick Henry.
I say Derrick Henry would not want to come to Carolina.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But I say we offer some money.
T Higgins could go because Jamar Chase. They got Jamar Chase. You know, Tyler Boyd.
Or we look to complete a trade for a younger receiver.
Also, Gabe Davis is available on the Buffalo Bills.
He's not. I don't think he's wide receiver one caliber.
He did end the season, like he did get some touchdowns.
He does. He has a lot of potential. Gabe Davis, if he's a wide receiver one, I think it's like an offensive coordinator go to a head coach position. So yeah, that's it for the Panthers rebuild. We're back with. We're not gonna talk about the NBA. We're gonna talk about some trade rumors and what's going on NBA.
Yeah, trade deadline coming up.
Yeah.
Is it February, correct?
A lot of teams need to move.
One player I have in mind is Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, Pascal.
You know,
of course the Kings are interested in, but
Raptors loaded out OG.
I think Pascal. He's gonna ask for a lot of money.
Yeah. He wants to go to a team that will guarantee him.
Who's a contender?
Like the Kings.
He wants a contender.
Maybe the Magic out there. You know, Wendell.
Even the Lakers can pick him up because the Lakers have a lot of cap space.
What could be a possible trade asset if he goes, say, the Kings?
If he goes to Kings, I say you give up.
Trades break down. Break down. Or
what?
the talks break down with them. Or?
No, they're still there.
I say you give up like 2 first-round picks for him.
2 first-round picks for Siakam? Are you sure?
Malik Monk?
I would.
Nah,
two first-round picks for Siakam and a second-round pick. Alright, I think that's.
I don't know about that.
They probably want a young piece in return.
Maybe.
Davion Mitchell.
Davion Mitchell might be a good asset.
But the Raptors have a lot of depth because as they just got RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly.
I don't think they'll want like a scorer usually like Monk. They might want defensive like Davion Mitchell or like maybe Chris Duarte.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Let's think about the Magic. You know, Magic are willing to get rid of Wendell Carter.
Wendell Carter could be.
Wendell Carter, he's decently aged. He's like mid-20s, I would say, or high 20s.
I'm seeing them play Goga Bitadze, which
he's doing well too.
And yeah, he's doing good too.
Who?
Goga Bitadze.
Who is on
the Magic?
Yeah, Magic center. Like they're playing him over Wendell.
Let's talk about Zach Levine.
Zach. I mean,
he's been wanting out for a couple years now.
It's gonna be a hard one to find a trade.
The Bulls have made it publicly they'll want to trade him away, but currently right now, Bulls are sitting in a great.
The Bulls will be at least a play-in team.
Yeah, they're Kobe White though, he's been great.
Kobe White's been very.
Kobe White stepping up. Caruso, he's having a good year.
Yeah, he's underrated.
Andre Drummond, let's talk about
Von Carter, also out of West Virginia. He a pretty good defensive year.
But Andre Drummond, yeah, think about him. He against the Hornets.
So Zach Levine, where do you guys think he could end up in?
Lakers.
I think he would go west.
You could think about Knicks. Knicks have a big cap space.
Or you never know. He can go to the Hornets if the Hornets are willing to get.
That's funny.
I don't think we should.
As of recording this video, the Hornets just lost by 36 to the San Antonio Spurs. So I don't know.
We're terrible. Please, Penny.
What about Jonathan Kuminga?
The cum bucket, as they say.
I think he has a good chance of ending up in Charlotte or Detroit.
He's a good piece that a young team could take and try to develop.
Like the Warriors, they just the Pelicans game you saw, they lost by like 30 plus.
Also keep in mind Kuminga had a disagreement with her.
Draymond, Draymond's having some issues. It's like a little toxicity in Golden State right now. But if Kuminga it'll be.
I think it's toxicity all out west because the Lakers, Darvin Ham and LeBron James have an argument.
Yeah, they need it
in their locker room. I think the West is just a mess right now, or specifically California.
California.
Yeah. Warriors. The Clippers though are doing.
I could see Andrew Wiggins going soon because he's
Andrew Wiggins. I would say if I were him, I would want out because he's not the. He went from an all-star starter to barely averaging 15 points.
He might want to like get the reins, maybe get a buyout.
He would want to go into a team that can develop him more. Of course,
give him a better chance.
Give him a better chance.
Being his best self.
Which I understand the Warriors are contenders and all that, but I would not want to be in a team that
he's got to go to.
I'm not the main character.
A mid-level team.
Now let's talk about Terry Rozier of the Charlotte Hornets. You know, Terry.
This year, I think he's staying here.
You think he's staying in Charlotte?
He's the main trade target for other teams.
If they're coming to Charlotte, it's now.
If they're trying to trade, yes. Like, there's also Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington also there. Maybe
I think
around.
they should make a trade with the Knicks.
The Hornets have been want like 2 first-round picks for Terry Rozier.
So many Pistons players so many of their players have potential.
The Hornets?
No, Hornets and Pistons. If the Hornets can trade with the Pistons and Marvin Bagley, he's very underrated in my opinion.
Marvin Bagley.
So is James Wiseman.
James Wiseman.
This is a hot take. I like James Wiseman. He is a lot of
James Wiseman and Marvin Bagley are not the big man. They cannot.
Well, they are. Jalen Durant was a franchise player, and
so you're telling me Marvin Bagley and James Wiseman can start on a franchise, a contender?
No, they can be a solid depth player.
Well, even at their max potential, I don't see either of them being more than a bench 5.
I really don't see.
I can see them being like at least 6 men.
Now let's talk about Atlanta's DeJounte Murray. Atlanta has made him available to get traded.
This was a trade that they tried making to take the next step to become a contender year in year out, but it hasn't quite worked.
It feels like Atlanta is focusing more on Trey as DeJounte's just like a piece. So I could see him maybe going to like Los Angeles.
He can also go back to San Antonio. I
don't think San Antonio.
He might go back because San Antonio's a really shitty team right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Even though
San Antonio Hornets and the fucking Pistons, they're ass.
Hey, don't forget about the Wizards.
They're ass. And the Wizards, but the Wizards at least have potential.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they're worse than us. They're worse than the Hornets.
No, they have potential. They have Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole's gonna leave.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole's gonna leave. Kuzma is he's their only scorer. Like Bilal Koulibaly.
And of course one of their players got waived and arrested for shoplifting.
What? Who?
What's his name? Ryan something?
Ryan Rupert?
Yeah, no, I think.
Okay, we'll come.
Ryan Rollins was arrested for shoplifting, but he gets paid millions of dollars. And he's shoplifting at a fucking Target?
At a Target too.
Are you serious?
Are the Wizards slowly
stealing diapers?
Honestly, he's a bum.
Like, is he stealing diapers like the fucking poop his pants? Is the Wizards fucking ass?
And he reminds me of Jello Ball. Remember China?
Are the Wizards?
No, but Jello Ball at least sent to in America. Like, if Jello Ball wasn't making millions at the time. I know his dad won millions.
But didn't like Trump take him out? Like he got arrested in China and stuff.
Anyways, let's move on. Lauri Markkanen.
Lauri Markkanen is staying out.
He's staying up in the Salt Lake.
Yeah, that's more of a wild card one, but
if he were to go somewhere, he would go to a contender team.
Yeah, but
trying to take the next.
But Utah will ask for a lot. Like Utah's looking for a young core. Keontae George, he's been a stud this year. Colin Sexton has been a good guard.
Yeah. So we're mid-season, and what are your guys' takes on who would win the finals?
Honestly, I have a hot take. But I could see the Miami Heat winning this finals just because of playoff Jimmy.
They've had a lot of chances, man.
Playoff Jimmy. Hero is gonna look healthy coming into playoff time.
It's really easy for them to get hurt because they're made of glass. So
I could see Miami making a.
I could see the
They could be making a big.
I could see the Celtics winning.
The Celtics.
I could see the Lakers winning it. I could see the Lakers winning another one. No. I can see that.
No, too much.
They're gonna make a playing run, and the Lakers.
There's too much heat around the locker room. They can't.
I got one that's kind of not really expected. The Clippers.
I agree with that one. They have a big 3, or the Suns. The Suns.
For the Clippers, their team is working together. Their egos aren't colliding. They're just being a team. And
I think the Magic, and I think the Magic are good, but they're never gonna be a finals team.
The Magic
until next.
The Magic are a young core,
They're not ready yet.
They're not ready for. They're a really good team though, and so the Magic, they're in the same exact situation as the Thunder.
I feel like it's the same as the Kings, like the Magic. So they're both young teams, wanting to compete, but I feel like they're not ready yet.
Yeah. Also, the Wolves could be a good contender.
The Wolves.
Yeah. They have
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, Cat.
Anthony Edwards wasn't even.
They have a really good defender, Jamie Daniel, Rudy Gobert. They have Naz Reid, of course. Love Naz Reid.
I don't know how he's hitting threes now. I just see Naz Reid hitting threes, and man.
So this is probably gonna be our last topic. What do you guys like end of season awards?
End of season like MVP. It has to be Jokic.
I think MVP will be Jokic.
I got Luka.
Luka has him. The Mavericks have been underachieving.
Who's your most improved player? Tyrese Halliburton for me.
Tyrese,
that's a tough one.
Who else?
Tyrese Maxey has been like.
Tyrese Maxey, of course, but Tyrese Halliburton is in MVP form right now. He's leading the East in
But I feel
All-Star voting.
Hallie showed that like last year.
Yeah, he's shown flashes throughout his career.
I don't think like even though improved, but
he just had a really good consistency this year.
Also, maybe you could look at Scotty Barnes.
Who's your rookie of the year? I think it's gonna be Wembanyama.
It's between Wemby and Chet.
It's gotta be Wemby.
Chet has been playing good with a contending Oklahoma City Thunder team.
I feel like if you trade Wemby,
who just won by 62 points against the Portland Trailblazers. But I think it's Wemby.
6th man of the year.
Honestly,
that gonna be? I think it might be Buddy Hield.
It's Wemby because of the fans.
6 men.
6 man.
Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield, maybe. You have to look at contender. Like Cole Anthony is not a bad one. They don't play. Cole Anthony has been playing good.
Anthony Black started, right? Was he?
Yeah, Anthony Black started.
All right. Well, that's it for this podcast today. This episode. This is Michael.
And Arjun
signing off for this today. We'll see you boys in and girls in 2 weeks or next week, whatever you guys want. Goodbye.